Hi you guys, thank you so much for joining me and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share with you how I colored my hair for summer. So I'm using Wella Color Charm 6AA with 10 volume and Prism Lights with 20 volume so that I can do some highlights and lowlights. So let's get started. First, I am wearing my gloves. I always wear gloves when I do color to prevent stains and so the chemicals don't hurt my hands. Right here I am mixing the color with 10 volume. This is going to be my low light and my toner. And then I'm going to mix my lightener with 20 volume, and that's going to be for my highlights. Some of the highlights I am going to hand paint, and some of them I am going to wrap in foils, which you guys will see a little bit later. I also always section my hair before I color it, so I'm pinning up the top 2/3 and then I'm sectioning off the bottom as well. And this makes it a little bit easier as I'm coloring. Then all I have to do is take a clip out and a little bit more hair comes down. So here you guys will see me hand painting on the highlights, and I'm being very gentle with my brush, just applying a little bit of the lightener just to like the top of those little pieces of hair that I weave out with my comb, and that allows for a really soft look. Now, this is the part where it gets really tricky because I have to try to put some highlights on the very back of my head. So you guys see how I wove a couple little pieces, and then what I'm going to do is just freehand paint a couple of highlights back there. The end result is a very, very tiny little highlight. I know it looks like a lot of lightener is going on at first, but it's really only touching a few hairs. So it just kind of gives an overall light appearance when I go back through and add the toner in later. So now that I've lightened a lot of the underneath, I'm going to add a couple of low lights in to the color as well, just to keep that dimension and keep the overall tone about the same. I like my hair a really neutral brown. My hair has a lot of natural gold in it. When I apply color to it, it makes the gold and the red come out. So I always like to counteract that with something that either has a blue base or a violet base. In this section here, I'm always a little bit more careful about foiling everything because that's right where my gray streak is. So I really like to make sure I place a highlight right on that gray streak. It really helps everything grow out softly. So I'm sorry that some of it got cut off by the camera a little bit, but here I'm showing you what hairs I wove with my foiling comb and how I put them in my foil and everything. And then once I get everything in foils, I like to go around my face and just hand paint a couple of highlights right in the very front. Again, these, because they're hand painted in, they're very, very subtle, but it just kind of gives an overall lightness, which is nice for summertime, kind of gives that sun-kissed bronzy look. So my toner, I just mixed regularly, just the 6AA with the 10 volume, but because I'm putting it on wet hair, it's going to be really soft. It's not going to cover up my highlights. It's just going to add a little color and help blend everything through. So I'm just going to get that all over all my hair and then massage it around like you're doing a shampoo and leave that sit. I think I left it on for about 15 minutes. I also like doing a toner because it helps to add shine back into the hair and seal the cuticle, and it just gives a really nice overall look. Okay, now it's time to style my hair. So I'm just rough drying my hair, which basically means I am blow drying at the scalp and just moving my hair all around and getting it mostly dry before I use my brush. And then I will go back in with my round brush and smooth everything out. You can see all that curl back there. I'm going to smooth all that out so I can get a really good look at the color. Okay, so this is the end result. You can see how those highlights have kind of a caramel tone to them. And then the next day I curled my hair a little bit to smooth it a little more. And I was really happy with how the color turned out, and I hope you guys like it. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and share this with your friends if you think they might like it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!